Hey guys, it's Maymay and check out this cracker. Isn't it cute? It's a Christmas cracker and it is 5-sided, which I love. I have wanted to make one of these for a really long time, and now I don't know about you guys, but this is not something we use a lot of in my neck of the woods. Like, I see these in other countries where people use these on their tables and things like that, but I thought this would be a really cute way to give a gift to somebody, and we're gonna make it. I'm gonna make it for you today one way, but if you want to see the other way, I will show you that one too. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to make this without any special tools, just scissors and a scoreboard. That's it. If you want to see this made with the envelope punch board, which you can also do, just say, go ahead and show me that video too, and I'll make a separate video for that. But I just think more of us don't have the envelope punch board than do, and I think this is a neat way to do it without. So let's get started. I just love this guy. Okay. Now for the dimensions of my Christmas cracker, here's what you need. This is an 8-inch wide by 6.5-inch tall piece of paper, okay? And it is double-sided, but I just chose to do that. This paper is actually from the Graphic 45 collection, and I didn't pick this up, but this was sent to me by Tupelo Designs for a design project, and I have used most of it. It's almost gone. But this piece of paper, like I said, is 8 by 6.5. Now here's what matters. Your Christmas cracker is going to run in this direction. Okay, see how it's running in this direction? It gets shorter when you tie it, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure that the pattern of your paper when you cut it is in the correct direction. So you want the longer part of your paper to hold the pattern, and the shorter part will be where we wrap it around. Okay, so now you need your scoreboard. Now I'm going to flip this over in hopes you can see me score it better. And this is another one of those projects that is better as we go than as I'm showing you. This makes sense, makes more sense as we go. I'm on the 8-inch length. And what we're going to do now is we're going to work on this piece here. And as you can see, this piece kind of juts in. That's what we're fixing to do. So the first score mark we make is 1 1/4. Okay. The next one we make is 1/2 inch away from that, which makes it 1 3/4. Okay. The next one we make is 2 1/4. Now, these 3 score marks will make that one fold for us. Now, you can either do the scoring down here, or like I like to do, is flip it. This way I only have to remember one set of measurements. So it is 1 1/4. Okay. 1 3/4, 2 1/4. Basically, that is 1 inch wide worth of scoring, and it's scored in the middle at the halfway point. And you can't see them, but they're there. I hope you can see them. Okay, now, and this is what gets us our fold, but now we're going to score the parts that get us our 5 sides, okay? This one, you're going to score every 1 1/4 inch. All right, so it's real easy. You're going to score at 1 1/4. Okay, then we're going to score 1 1/4 away from that, which is going to be 2 1/2. Then we're going to score 1 1/4 away from that, which is 3 3/4. Then we're going to score 1 1/4 away from that, which is 5. And then 1 1/4 away from that, which is 6. And when you score the 6-inch mark, that leaves you with the piece that we're going to attach it together with. That's why you'll have that 1/4 inch left. Okay? Now the next thing you want to do is go ahead and fold it on all your score lines so you can go ahead and see where all of those are. So I'm going to fold these horizontal lines. And then I'm going to go back and fold these verticals. Now here's the thing. I don't care which way I'm folding them at this point. I just want to be able to see them. And when it gets time for us to fold them in the correct direction, we'll worry about that then. But for now, I just want to be able to see where they are. Okay. So if I turn this way, you can see 1 2 3 score marks and 1 2 3 score marks. Alright, now here's what you're going to do. This is not difficult. This is how you do this with your scissors. You're going to fold the first flap down, okay? And when you do that, you're going to use your score lines as your guide. You're going to come to your 3 score lines. On the center score line, you're going to snip up about 3/8 of an inch. That's a little more than 1/4 of an inch and a little less than half. Okay, so that's on my center score line. I still have my outer and my outer here. Then I'm going to notch it just like we would if we were making like the banner end or the fishtail end for a sentiment piece or something like that. We're doing that just like we make a fishtail. Let me do it on this end again. So your score lines 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to snip up about 3/8 of an inch. Okay, I'm going to come from my outer score line. It's hard to hold it this way. From my outer score line to that mark that I snipped. And then from my outer score line to the mark that I snipped. Okay, now I'm going to open this up and show you what this looks like. Can you see that? Can you see how you'd be able to do that with your envelope punch board? Because you really could, but if you don't have one, you can just do this. Now we're going to go to the next line. We're going to do the same thing. We are going to cut 3/8 of an inch up, roughly eyeball it. We're going to come from that outer line in, from this outer line in. Same thing on the other side. Okay, then we go to the next one. Now I'm not going to fast forward through this, and the reason is I want you to see me do all of it. It does not take long to do, and you get into a rhythm. And if you have paper where you can see your score marks even better than, you know, this, it is super fast. But this is one of those things that I would normally fast forward through, but I think it's important that you see this all the way done. Okay, let's fold it again. And I'm going to snip. If you had to wrap a little something, like if you had some nail polish or some candy, or even like if you were given, I don't know, jewelry, maybe you were given a pocket knife to a guy, that would fit in here. And you can always adjust these sizes to what you need. Now, I'm not going to worry about these edges just yet, and we will snip them, but I'll show you when we'll do it. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and because I know that I need the center part to tuck down, I'm going to go ahead and fold it in the right direction. Remember how I told you we'd deal with that when we got to it? So I'm just folding that center part, the center score line, in the right direction, just to get it ready for that, okay? Now what I want to do is put my adhesive right here. Depending on what you're given, that's what you decide about your adhesive. I'm going to use some score tape. This is 1/4 inch, and it's going to fit exactly on that piece that I left to fold under. Okay, and so I'm going to release this adhesive backing. And now, this is what I do. I fold this guy over where I can see him, okay? Then I bring this part around. And what I do is I worry about one corner first, get it lined up and stuck down, okay? Go to the second corner, worry with it, get it straight and in the right place. Then I can take it and use my fingers and just line this piece up and stick it in place, okay? Then you just run it down. Now remember I told you we were going to deal with that spot in a second? This is where we deal with it. You're going to do a snip. Now if you were using your envelope punch board, this I would just punch it at this point instead of beforehand. And you can see how quick that did not take that long. And now you can put your present inside and get ready to close it up. So let's do that part. Now because we went ahead and did that fold, you can see that it's ready to go in like that. So I'm just going to take a piece of ribbon. This is some dark green ribbon. And I found that a thinner, more pliable ribbon works better here, not something that's really stiff or really wide. I think it helps it to close deeper because this can really get in there. So I bet baker's twine would be really cute here. So there's one side. So you can tie it one end, put your present in, and then do the other. Now, one thing you'll need to know is it does not close 100%, so wrap your present in tissue or something before you put it in. That way you know it won't fall out, and the recipient won't be able to see what it is before they open it. I also try to make sure that I'm tying my bow in the same spot. This one is tied here, so I want to make sure that this one is tied in the same area. So there's that part. And in this same paper pad, this little page has these cute little tags. And I used a tag on my first one, and all I did was cut it away from the page, like so. And on that one I tied a little ribbon to make it look like a little tag. I think I'll do that here too. I'm going to punch a little hole right in this corner. Tie some baker's twine through it. And then I just took a couple of pieces of foam tape, put it on the back. And then just kind of stuck it on, kind of willy-nilly, kind of crooked like that. So now we have this one. Aren't they cute and so vintage? That's one thing I really like about them. So this might be different for you, or this might be something you guys do every year, but maybe this is a neat way for you to see how to make your own. Now you can play with those dimensions. These are just the way I did mine, but I love the way they turned out. I think they'll hold a pretty good size gift inside, and it's just using paper. I just love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and like I said, if you want to see me do this with the envelope punch, I can. It's pretty simple. Instead of snipping where I snipped, you'd punch using the envelope punch, but I'll be more than happy to show you how to do that too. If you're interested, just leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, guys, give me a big thumbs up, and until we craft the next time, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.